It's showtime, South Texas. Time to feel the energy and excitement of Friday night football. There's hard-hitting action on the field every week, and we bring it right to you with action highlights from area high school football games from the top-rated 3 News sports team. Time now for the one and only, the original Friday Night Sports Blitz. Sponsored by CCA Texas, Ewald Kubota, Texas A&M University Kingsville, and the Coastal Bend Sports Hall of Fame.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome to week 5 of the Blitz. I think the theme of the night, some great ball games.
Yeah, you know it, Chris. That is exactly what we like to see at this point in the season. Feels like a lot of these teams are warmed up. We're starting to see the best of Friday nights.
Absolutely. And the game of the week lived up to the billing. Really, second week in a row.
Yeah, no question about it. And it was over at Buck Stadium. Let's take a look at it. The Sinton Pirates taking on the Miller Buccaneers. This one played over at Buck Stadium in a really great game.
Battle of state-ranked teams with now Miller coming back into the top 10.
J.C. Castor, who was injured last week, also in attendance there on the sideline. Now we'll get this one started with a touchdown to one wonderful touchdown to Jacoby James for Sinton. They went for 2 and they got it, so an early lead for Michael Troutman's offense.
Yeah, he was fired up.
Absolutely loving it. 8-0 at that point. Now Miller trying to get things done on or through the air to Broderick Taylor, and then he gets it done on the ground after that. That'll set things up for Trevor Long to give it to Taylor again, and he will run over to the right and into the end zone. They went for 2, but they did not get it, so the score was 8-6. Now on 4th down, and that's Tristan Hansen is going to call his own number, and into the end zone he goes.
You gotta see his lineman throw him in there. That was nice.
Yes, now take a look at this. They're pushing, trying to go for 2, and what's going to happen? Derek Garcia has it, and he's going to take it over into the end zone and convert on that.
Sometimes, you know, the middle's not going to work. You just got to bounce to the outside.
So now Trevor Long trying to game plan with head coach Justin Evans, and that's exactly what he'll do with an equalizing touchdown and a long one between Trevor Long and Corey Holmes into the end zone. But this game was not done yet for Sinton. Let's take a look at the final score, 23-16 in a juggernaut matchup in our game of the week.
Pirates stay unbeaten on the year. That is a huge win for Coach Troutman's team. Let's head over to Flower Bluff. Take a look. It was homecoming for the Hornets as they took on PSJA Memorial. Look at the shovel pass there to Cameron Johnson. That's a touchdown. Hornets going up 7-0 early. Now, the first play on the ensuing drive, Wolverines trying to get something going. This is probably not what they had in mind because it's going to be punched out, and who gets the fumble but Cameron Johnson, doing it on offense and defense.
Both sides of the ball. That's the nice thing about these players having experience like that.
Absolutely. Now Bluff taking advantage. First play for them. Jaden Pelucio going to tuck and run, and he's going for the corner. He's got it. Little old school Vince Young there. Flower Bluff going up 14-0. But the Wolverines do answer back here. The quarterback, Ryan Reyna, going to take it in himself. He is in. Eventually, wait for it, for the score. They cut the lead in half at 14-7. But that was short-lived because watch this. Play of the week nominee. Look at where Cameron Dixon, the Vanderbilt commit, going to get this ball at the 1-yard line, and the only one that has a shot is the kicker. No chance.
Wow.
No chance.
They should have probably just kicked it into the end zone, man.
The teams have got to learn, quit kicking it to this kid, or he's going to do that on you. 99 yards to the house. Flower Bluff comes up 20-7. Take a look at the final. Nope. What happened to the final score? Let's get that final back up. Do we have that final score? Nope. Okay. Well, Flower Bluff, I'm pretty sure, was winning big in that one.
Yeah, we'll get that score for you. Don't you worry. All right, well, let's move on to the next game between the Alice Coyotes, the GP Wildcats, and 4th and a short stop right here for the Wildcats, and so they're fired up. They'll celebrate accordingly. Reed Dooms will have it himself, and he will run for the first down. And that is exactly what Brent Davis likes to see on the sideline. Now, Cody Adamy is going to run this one into the end zone, and so GP now up 14-0 at Ray Atkins Wildcat Stadium. Now a big-time defensive play, and Alice not able to get anything going on offense right there because the Wildcats were right there with the answer. Cody Adame with this big-time run on the ground for GP, putting them in really good field position. Wouldn't be stopped all the way to our cameraman. And then
into your living room.
That's what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness, it's like a 3D experience. And there's Cody Adame again into the end zone, 21-0. Really slow start for Alice, and they really couldn't get it going. 31-0 is the final.
Hey, before we get to this next game, Flower Bluff 55-17. Hornets a winner tonight. All right, now let's get on to a great ball game between Ingleside and Ray. Non-district action, 5A versus 4A. This one came down to the wire here in the third quarter. Anthony Salinas for the Texans. Going to get the handoff, and he's going to get the big first down the sideline. He is eventually forced out, but that sets up this. Salinas again. He's going to go right in for the score. The Texans going on top, but Ingleside coming back here. Sawyer Chalk going to pick up the first down. Now it's 1st and goal here. Didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down. So then Julius Sierra going to get the handoff, and he's going to take it in. So now we fast forward. Ray would hold a 21-18 lead late in the final minute. Sawyer Chalk going for it on 4th down. He's going for the first down. Does he have it? Let's take a look. The Mustangs think they got it, and the officials agree. Move the chains, so clock ticking, and Chalk gonna run this one in for the go-ahead score. Ingleside goes up in the final minute. They go on to win 25-21. What a ball game tonight.
They're going bananas. They're going bananas.
The Mustangs getting the win over the CCISD team.
I love that. That was such a crazy atmosphere. We told you that these were some good games.
Yeah.
That's about the best finish for Ingleside that you could possibly ask for from your quarterback.
Absolutely. And hey, Sinton over Miller. You know, everyone was talking about the Miller-DeSoto matchup, rightfully so. But that Miller-Sinton matchup was one that we also had circled on our calendars, and the Pirates, you know, I don't know necessarily that they had something to prove, but I think they wanted to send a message, and that message was sent tonight.
It was fantastic between those two teams. We knew that these two powerhouses, we saw how far they went in the playoffs last year. When they both meet on the same field, it felt like a playoff atmosphere, and Sinton gets the win.
Absolutely. We got more Blitz after the break.